Welcome, folks. 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your mind are and what the needs of your body are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key in a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 1,032, NASDAQ off 274, S&P's down 76. Percentage-wise, what you have out here, folks, you get the Dow down 4.1%, NASDAQ is down 4%, S&Ps are down 3.1%. Big numbers out here. If we go take a look at where we are in the structure of the Monday lows, what you have, if we go to the SPY first and take a look at the SPY blew right by the lows of Monday. The lows of Monday were 258.70. We're at 257.77. You've done 220 million shares. You're going into 355. So the way that works is that is not a confirmed ABC structure on the way down, because what happens is, on an ABC is that you have to take out the B point with volume. That being said, guess what? You're coming into a Friday, end of the week, bad market week. I expect this thing's going to jump the creek, and it's going to be a little nasty day out here tomorrow. That's your SPY. NDX 100, same setup in the NDX 100. That blew apart its lows, and this really got away from price either. Also, the low of Monday was $155.10. We blew that apart. We're at 153.45. You've done 91 million shares versus 118 million. Just so you can get acclimated to this too, is that we made highs, folks, of 32 million shares. Bottom line, the trapdoor is opened. Market participants are getting out, but they're not getting out in a panic. And this is where this is problematic, meaning as to we're not close to a bottom yet. But if we go take a look at the tick index, what you're going to see is that we only get a minus 1374. And more than likely, I'm not even going to count that one because it was on the close. 1 second. Let me see how close it was to the close. No, it's all right. It's 20 minutes. So you can count that one. You can't count the ones right at the 4 o'clock. This is 20 minutes of. That's a decent one. It's not a monster one, though. The bottom line is that you need a much higher down tick reading. You need a couple of them within a couple days in order to start getting a bottom established. The diamonds. We take a look at the diamonds. What you have with the diamonds out here. Diamonds are closed down $10. The low of Monday was 237.54. We are at 238.67. The small caps, the IWM closed down 440 at 145. That low was 144.24. So we have 2 out of the 3 that basically have broken it. What you do have is in the Dow Industrials just laying right at its low. The low of Monday was 23,778, and we're 90 points above that. The closing low, of course, the closing price was much higher because that was the day that we bounced. Friday we came down. Monday went to a lower low. You bounced. Bottom line is that I expect when Asia opens up, Asia last night, let's see exactly what they did. They were mixed last night. So in Asia last night, the Nikkei was up 1%. Hang Seng was up 0.4%. Shanghai was down 1.4. They'll get smoked tonight. Over in Europe today, and this is where we could get an inclination as to what was going on in our markets. Europe did close at their lows. You had the DAX down 2.6%. The FTSE was down 1.9. The CAC in France was down 1.9. Spain was down 2.2. So they all closed at their lows, and it's going to be a rough day tomorrow. Gold contract. Gold contract caught a bid. You're up $6, 13.20. I suspect gold's going to run tomorrow. The real kicker is going to be, do bonds finally basically get out of these lows? And when we take a look at this bond market, we hit 120.17. I'm talking about the 10-year note market, actually. That tested the lows of last Friday. rejected them, so it has a chance for a bounce. We'll see whether it can bounce. It'd have to go up quite a bit in order to get back in the higher range. And what you have out here is that my take is that the market's taking conniptions because of the interest rate structure, number one. And then when you take that and you put together the Senate bill that basically said, okay, we're going to spend a lot of money, we're going to take the debt ceiling off for the next 2 years, the market's looking at that and saying, okay, that's the quickest way that rates are really going to accelerate. And if we get a fast acceleration on rates, folks, you will see some destruction out here that'll be intense. Now, that being said, what I expect you're going to see is that the central bankers yesterday were coming out saying that they weren't paying attention to this market, meaning that just it's a downdraft, it's not a big deal. Guess what? They are going to start paying attention to it. And unfortunately, unfortunately for Powell, he is the new Fed chairman, and he is going to have to basically face the fire on this. And the fire would be that if everything is so rosy, bottom line, why is the market going down, all right? Well, that's what happens, folks, okay? Because what we had in a huge way is free money for a long period of time. And guess what? As you start taking that punch bowl away and money gets more expensive, everything gets more expensive. So the real kick is going to be, as that happens, is inflation higher than the rate of the 10-year? That's what it's going to be all about. That's what the whole number is going to be. King dollar. We go over to King dollar. We take a look at King dollar. Because if that's what you have, then all these asset prices will keep going up. If you don't have that, guess what? They're going to get discounted. King dollar out here. King dollar hit 90.455 today. Couldn't handle higher price. 35,000 contracts. King dollar looks to me like bottom line is going to start backing down once again tomorrow. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today. GE's toast, man. GE is toast. GE, we're going to be reading about GE cooking their books, folks. Pretty disgusting, actually. GE just took out, unbelievable, took out another B point or another ABC down. This is serious business. GE, the 11.85 is game, but more than likely the $5 is game. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.